evening, friends. Welcome to this session. There's a lot of news that we'd like to share with you. Welcome to each one of you. Welcome, Sunita. And so let's start with the first piece of news. So, so we go on to what's happening with Deepika Padukone. Now, Deepika, who is as much fossilized as Shah Rukh Khan, as to the number of movies they have, is trying hard to get some PR. And her only ploy is to wear a burqa and roam in the Abu Dhabi mosque with her filmy husband by her side. Now, to gain some eyeballs, you remember she wore a saffron thong, which left very little to the imagination in Jawan. After all that hangama, she seems to have gone into a long siesta, only to wake up now and emerge in a burqa. So it's very amusing because whenever Bollywood people, whether it's superstars or others, who feel that they have been forgotten by the public, they try to raise eyebrows by doing something that will shock them. So what she's trying to show here is that okay, I'm a Hindu, but I will wear a burqa in this mosque. So it's unless you're going to a mosque that is for prayer. Usually these mosques that are for tourism, I doubt whether you need to wear a burqa and go inside. So the funny thing is that the Bollywood PR or her Bollywood people who are helping her dress have also been careful about giving her some color. Because perhaps if she had worn a black burqa, nobody would have noticed her, because now she has become quite ordinary looking. So they have tried to color her up by adding some brown color to the burqa. So now her PR also says that she's at the center of a storm, a social media storm, after she was trolled on social media for wearing a hijab while promoting Abu Dhabi tourism with her husband Ranveer Singh. Now, as we all know, Bollywood is the most, Bollywood PR is the most heavily funded, area. And now they are up in arms and even add a political twist to it. They say, as Indians, we need not show insecurity about everything. She's covering her head just like we would expect foreign tourists to wear decent clothes in our temples. And more than that, UAE is a strategic partner to our country, along with enough bilateral trade and military operations. Deepika and Ranveer are looking regal. That reality is Indian. And another fan said, let me clarify. Every tourist who visits Sheikh Zayed Masjid, both males and females have to wear decent clothes, and women to cover their heads. Many Christian celebrities do cover their heads, so stop making it an issue. So for me, I really don't understand what this is all about. So is burqa the only decent clothes that women can wear? From what we know in India, women wear beautiful salwar kameezes and saris, and if really wanted, they can cover their heads with their chunni or with their sari. So what is this commotion all about? The commotion is all actually created by Bollywood itself. You remember when she went and stood with the students in JNU, saying that she doesn't believe in the law, that everything, whatever is equal, it should not be followed. Now here you will see that she later, it was found out that she was heavily funded for her appearance at JNU, and these people do not do anything without payment. And this is even when they go to Abu Dhabi or Dubai, don't think that they pay money for their tickets or for their stay in these luxury hotels. Everything is looked after. I remember someone said that. See, in Bollywood, even if they go on holidays to Maldives, they do not pay a single pie. Everything is paid for. So they are quite a stingy lot. So even this couple roaming about, I'm sure everything has been paid off, and they are, just going on a breezy holiday to be well fed and clothed and dressed and paid. So I think the PR of Bollywood are just on a losing game, because it really doesn't matter what she wears, because even now if she wears a bikini, I think nobody is going to notice her, because as long as you are in the public eye, which means you have movies in hand, people are not going to notice you. And as of now, both these characters don't seem to have any films in hand. So I wonder, who is going to make all this noise, and whether social media is so stupid as to, think of only these sort of issues, which are very, very trivial. Now, moving on to the next piece of news. Yeah. So moving on to the death of Zubeen Garg. Now, a lot of things are coming to the front that are really suspicious, and somehow his death reminds me of KK, the singer's death, where you remember in Calcutta, KK was put in a hall which was overfull and more than the capacity. And this was done in such a manner because people wanted to see him, they say, but the AC in that hall was not working, and KK was profusely sweating. And though he asked for, them to increase the AC level, they did not do it. And even you could see him wiping himself with a towel and drinking, water profusely. Then what happened was, that is the time when he was moving towards a heart attack. And these people did not even, take him on a wheelchair, but they walked him to his hotel. And instead of taking him to the nearest hospital, they took him to some hospital far away. So there also, many people suspected foul play. Now let's look at Zubin Garg's, death. Now, two personnel security officers of Zubeen Garg were arrested on Friday, which is October 10, in connection with the singer's death in Singapore. Nandeshwar Bora and Paresh Baishya, deputed by the government as part of Garg's security detail, were suspended by the Assam police on Tuesday after multiple rounds of questioning. Now, financial transactions running into several lakhs of rupees were done through their bank accounts, raising suspicion. With this, a total of 7 people have been arrested in connection with Zubeen Garg's death. Earlier, Northeast Indian Festival organizer Shyam Kanu Mahanta, the sister's cousin Sandeepan Garg, his manager Siddhartha Sharma, musician Shekhar Jyoti Goswami, and singer Amrit Prava Mahanta were arrested. Garg, a popular icon for the state's people, died while swimming in the sea in Singapore on September 19th. He had gone to the Southeast Asian nation to participate in the Northeast India Festival. Now, Assam's police sit probing music icon Zubin's death last month in Singapore has found multiple bank accounts in the name of the arrested festival organizer Shyam Kanu Mahanta, and was provided these details on Thursday, according to sources. Now, the information on the accounts frozen since the arrest of Shyam Kanu and 4 others over the past week was handed over to the investigators after he was quizzed by ED on Tuesday and Wednesday. Now, SIT had earlier seized from Shyam Kanu's Guwahati home documents, which the sources said indicated huge financial irregularities. An official of a private bank who had come to submit the details of Shyam Kanu's finances to SIT said he had 7 accounts. These have been frozen. In a related development, Zubeen's 2 personal security officers appeared before the SIT on Thursday. They were recently suspended after transactions of over 1 crore were found in the accounts. The investigators had found 70 lakhs in one account and 45 lakhs in another, much more than their known sources of income. Now, Zubeen's wife Garima recalled that the singer had given some money to the 2 PSOs as part of his many social works. Now, if you noticed, the clips that followed when he went into the water, is that first he had this, around him he had a waist which would allow him to float, but then after that it was removed, and then again he was in the water, and then when he was swimming almost lifelessly, someone said, let him go, let him go. So all this was recorded and shown. So there is a lot of likelihood that the hanky-panky has been played and to get hold of his money. And this seems to be the modus operandi in many cases, including KK. KK's death. So let me take a few comments. Ramesh says Deepika is completely a Muslim supporter. She is a hopeless woman. She should be sent to Pakistan. Now, Sunita says a week before KK expired, he gave an electrifying performance in Manipal University. Absolutely, he was one of the he was a singer who never went for Bollywood parties. He lived on his he was happy with his family. He never got into any of these Bollywood politics, and yet he was targeted. And Sunita also says it's always Bollywood outsiders only who expire somehow, or they would be thrown out like Sonu Nigam and other such singers. So there's a lot of truth to what Sunita is saying, and so it's sad that it has happened because now his wife seems to be in such a terrible situation, and because they come from a state where the chief minister has an impeccable reputation, I'm sure it will come to its logical end, and she will get some justice. Now, moving on to the next piece of news. Now we are moving on to Sameer Wankhede and Shah Rukh Khan's son, Aryan Khan. Now, on October 8th, the Delhi High Court issued notices to Shah Rukh Khan, Red Chillies Entertainment, Netflix, and others. The summons was issued in connection with the defamation suit filed by IRS officer Sameer Wankhede against Netflix web series The Bad of Bollywood. Now, we do not know whether it's bards, whether it's bastards, whatever. They have just put some dots. So, knowing Bollywood, they name everything after negative words. Like see, even the restaurants that they own are also like Badmash and some names that are not easy to hear. Now, interestingly, Gauri Khan is the one who owns Red Chillies. Now, she has been issued the notice on the day she is celebrating her 55th birthday. Now, the summons was also issued to Netflix, Twitter, which is now X, Google, Meta Platforms, RPSG Lifestyle Media Private Limited, and John Doe. They've been asked to file their replies within 7 days. The case is slated for further hearing on October 30th. This series disseminates a misleading and negative portrayal of anti-drug enforcement agencies, thereby eroding public confidence in the law enforcement institutions. According to the plea, there are posts on various portals. People with reference to this series are trolling my wife and sister, said Wankhede. In his plea, the Delhi SC replied, it cannot be injuncted in general. We accept there is a cause in your favor, but we have to follow the procedure, it added. The court's reply means it cannot issue a blanket order stopping all online posts, comments, or discussions related to the web series or to Wankhede's family. Satire is a different thing altogether. Humiliating the officers who have given blood to the nation is different, he said. Now, it's very surprising, isn't it? All of us know, who all have been in the SSR movement, Justice for SSR, know very clearly that it was one person who has been exposing a lot of these things, this mischief that has been going on in Bollywood is Sameer Wankhede through his, when he was the NCB zonal head. And he arrested a lot of people. He got them, questioned for hours. Then what happened? The corrupt higher-ups decided that they needed to make some money. And that's what happened, because two of the officials from NCB later, were caught in scams. But that was never revealed. And these were the two people who gave instructions to Sameer Wankhede. So you can imagine. Now, when in the series, when very casually, Aryan, who has absolutely no knowledge of directing, it just looks like a drama with a lot of people saying, four-lettered words which starts with F and ends with K. So that is the content that they have in this series. Now, without any experience, what he does is he takes a person who is, from NCB, resembling Sameer Wankhede, and showing him like a clown. We all know the kind of caliber Sameer Wankhede is made of, and the way he's been tossed around because of politics. And at that time, Uddhav Thackeray's government was in power, and not only was he and people like Arnab, troubled and put in jail for this. So we all know that who are the people who are hounding honest officers like Samir Wankade. And when he was asked, why did you show these WhatsApp messages? He said it was the truth, isn't it? What has come when Shah Rukh Khan begged Samir Wankade to take mercy, to have mercy, and to release his son, and to be very kind to him because he's a very gentle bacha, you know. So at that time, if he showed those WhatsApp chats, why are they all getting scared? It is proof, isn't it? So it's very upsetting to know that it's the people who are honest and who are fighting a battle against these Deshdrohis who feel the brunt of what is happening. And I'm sure if there is any karma, it is going to hit them very hard. So Sunita says SRK is one of the richest, it seems, who surpassed his Hollywood counterparts, according to a recent survey. And how did this happen, ma'am? He also talked about his modest background. After Chennai Express, he has no proper hits too. And of course, see, if you look at it, Sunita, everybody knows that it is real estate and these, luxury cars where they make their money. And I will be also going on to the next story on how luxury cars are smuggled in from Bhutan and sold to actors, top actors in Kerala like Dulquer Salman and Prithviraj Sukumaran, and how their houses were being raided to find out more about this. So I'll be moving on to that story as well. So let us move on to the next piece of news. Now, this lady who has the habit of laughing very, very loudly and literally showing all her teeth in all these, dance live shows and, trying to act innocent. Now, I'm talking about none other than Shilpa Shetty, who every time a scam, hits her husband, says that she's not connected to her husband in any way and that they are either divorced or they don't have any links. So now what is happening is both the husband and the wife are planning to travel abroad, but the courts are not going to allow that. So this is the latest news about the scamming couple who have been caught in so many scams, right from the IPL scam to the the betting scam and so many other scams, including soft pornography, stuff that Raj Kundra has been making. So all these scams, continue to dodge them. And now the court has made it very clear. The Bombay High Court on Wednesday ordered actor Shilpa Shetty and her husband Raj Kundra to first deposit 60 crores if they wish to travel to Los Angeles in US or any other foreign location. Denying permission to travel, the court also refused to pause the lookout circular issued against them. Now, as you know, they've got many restaurants and their property is bigger than that of the sheikhs in the Middle East. Now, if they sell even any of that, they will get the kind of money that the court is asking. This comes after the couple filed a plea in the High Court seeking quashing of the LOC issued against them in connection with an FIR over an alleged fraud of 60 crores. Now, they cheated also someone of 60 crores. So you can imagine how many scams they have. Like everybody gets awards for different achievements. This couple seems to be adding as many scams to their portfolio, very proudly. Now, the case, which is being investigated by the Economic Offence Wing (EOW) of Mumbai Police, is based on a complaint filed by Deepika Kothari, a 60-year-old businessman from Mumbai and director of Lotus Capital Financial Services. In his complaint, he claimed that between 2015 and 2023, Shetty and Kundra used the money he had given them to grow their business for their personal expenses. Can you just imagine how cheap they are? This is Bollywood for you. He said that in 2015, Shilpa Shetty and Raj Kundra, through a mediator, approached him for a 75 crore loan for their company, Best Deal TV Private Limited, which sold lifestyle products and ran an online shopping platform. So you can imagine, neither the husband nor the wife have any shame. But then Bollywood has always had a very, very thick skin. They keep bouncing back after every scam, after every, sort of scandal. They have absolutely no qualms. An ordinary person does even a small thing and everybody's up in arms. But these people fold their hands, go to some temple, and then come back saying that, oh, we are all Ram Bhats, we are so good and all that. That's how Bollywood is portrayed by the handlers and the PRs. Entire Mumbai film industry is bad. Leave alone Malayalam. Look what Vijay did. So bad. Nothing good about them. But remember, a lot of people protect them because all their businesses depend on Bollywood. And that is why, genuine, people who report all these things are shadow banned. So please understand that when you ask questions. Okay. Now moving on to the next piece of news. Now with Kantara Chapter 1, which has become the highest grossing Kannada film of 2025 so far, overtaking Sue from Sue, rupees 125 crores, has become only the fourth Kannada film ever to gross 150 crore mark, doing so in record time. It sold 1.28 million tickets. So according to a trade site, Sacknil, it earned Kannada 18 crores, Telugu 12.5 crores, Hindi 19.5 crores, Tamil 5.25 crores, and Malayalam 4.75 crores. In total, the film sold an impressive 1.28 million tickets in their first 24 hours, marking one of the biggest openings ever for Kannada production. The Hindi version crossed rupees 100 crore net by Wednesday, followed closely by the Kannada version, which achieved the same milestone by Friday. The Telugu version too has surpassed 60 crores, while Tamil and Malayalam have earned over 20 crores each. Now, many people who have seen the movie say that he is the kind of, director, writer, and, an ambassador for Indian culture and tradition. And what he makes with a lot of, passion. And this is something that other filmmakers should learn. And of course, this is a huge lesson for Bollywood because people like Salman Khan, Shah Rukh Khan, and Amir Khan stand on their heads trying to understand why Bollywood has become, almost bankrupt. Please understand, this is an example of how films should be made. You don't have to stand on your heads. You don't have to discuss in public what is happening. You don't need to dissect what is happening. All you need to do is watch Kantara and one and Kantara, the one before that. And they will tell you how to make a movie. You may run after South Indian movies. You may run after South Indian, actors and actresses. You may even put your actors in that, but it will never be a success because what you do is by suppressing the voice of truth, and I'm very clear about that. Suppressing the voice of truth. You think the truth can be hidden. It cannot be hidden. Whatever is done in social media, wherever, by paying lots of money to the Bollywood PR and the other movie PR to stifle the voices of truth, it will not work because ultimately the truth will come out and karma hits where it has to hit. And whether you try to push your nepo kids into any sort of films, how many ever times, karma hits back when you do not do things the way it should be done. Now, most of you would have seen half of Bollywood has moved on to YouTube. So they're doing cookery shows, they're doing restaurant reviews, they're doing holiday reviews, and they're showing off their houses because they don't have any movies. They're all sitting and fiddling with their thumbs because they don't have anything. And what made it happen? It is all the corruption that has been happening in Bollywood ever since Sushant Singh Rajput died and many others died. Everything has become exposed. And please understand that when the TRP of certain channels do not go up, it's only because multinational companies and the social media networks have also started speaking for them, because they are paid heavily. So what happens in social media, like Twitter and all that? You don't speak against Bollywood, or you don't speak the truth, because if you speak the truth, they have shadow banned you. So I know a lot of more people are watching me speaking, but what I see now is only 11. And it doesn't surprise me, because if I were saying the same thing and praising Shah Rukh Khan and his sons bards of Bollywood, I would have been hitting at least 1 lakh viewers. This is the truth. So friends, it's very important that you like the video and you spread the video, so that videos like ours, spread the truth about what's happening. Our younger generation deserves it. So let us expose these people and tell them, if you don't learn your lesson, you're out of business. So Sunita says, a script is the real hero always, then only actors would come in. And she's also saying, according to a secret survey, only 4 to 5 production houses. Yes, this was exposed by SSR. And we know which are the houses. It is Salman Khan's, it's Ekta Kapoor's, it is Yash Chopra's, it is Shah Rukh Khan's, and there are some others, like Dinesh and some others as well. And they will not allow outsiders to come in and succeed. So that was the end of people like SSR. See, it depends on people like you. I'm talking to the audience. All of you viewers, do not take this lightly. We are fighting a battle ever since SSR died. This is now over 5 years. You need to support people like us. Please do not give lip service and say that I watched the channel. No, you need to spread the message. You need to tell youngsters this is what is happening. Do not fund people who are into everything from trafficking to drug, everything, you see. They are the ones who are spreading it. And who was fighting it? Officers like Samir Wankhede, who was then politically attacked and pushed around for doing his job perfectly well. So it is actually, as we say, it is what we say. This is a Mahabharata, where the fight is between Dharma, people of Dharma, and the people of Adharma. And it always remember, truth wins, honesty wins. And if you think that why we haven't given up on the justice for SSR, we have not given up because we still have hope that there are good people in our country who will give us justice. So Sunita says, though no movies on hand, they are accustomed to high-end lifestyle, and for this they need money. That's why everyone switched on to YouTube. Absolutely. And Sunita, let me tell you, I was just watching a short video of, someone coming in with a lot of bodyguards, in the airport. And I just looked at who it was. And it was Janhvi Kapoor. Now, a 6 foot tall, bodyguard is holding a handbag. Somebody is holding a jacket. Somebody is holding a lipstick. And then she walks around like she is the Prime Minister of India. And even our Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, is much more humble than all these people. He does things himself. And for this attitude, we are paying taxes and we are watching their films. Please do not do it. Do not fund these people who are going on the wrong path and misguiding our youth. And I need a lot more people to pass this message around. It's very easy because drugs are being put into cakes, and people are standing outside schools where this is given to children unknowingly, and then they are addicted. If we do not stop this, who will stop it? It's your children. It's our children. We are fighting a battle. We need more support. So on this note, we end it, and Thank you, Vasu, as always. Uh, Thank you for your support. And Sunita, always. Thank you so much. And friends, if you like it, please share and also like it, because see, this channel is free for you. All you need to do is like and share it with your friends. This is the least we expect from our viewers. Thank you so much. Good night. Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.